Good evening, my name is Katarzyna Nowicka and welcome to Poland Daily News. Individual parties of the governing coalition are of a bit different opinion on the bill of the protection of animal rights and the so-called COVID-19 bill, which guarantees impunity for government officials for decisions made during the pandemic. As a result of the dispute, leading law and justice politicians talk about a minority government and early elections, treating the United Poland as their opponent. On the other hand, United Poland politicians said that the dismissal of Zbigniew Ziobro means a definitive disintegration of the coalition and the elections. The talks of the governing coalition have been suspended. The leader of the Law and Justice Party, Jarosław Kaczyński, called MPs of the agreement and the United Poland parties ex-coalition partners. Today, Ryszard Terlecki, deputy speaker of the Sejm, said that the Law and Justice Party will inform the public about the matter of the elections on Monday. Politicians of the Law and Justice Party, however, said that the Polish government is a minority government. I respect Mr. Marek Suski, but in my opinion, we are all ruled by emotion and will make it to the year 2023 in order to protect Poland from the European Union lobby. 38 MPs from the United Right and the entire Confederation Party are against the bill on the protection of animal rights. 4 MPs from the Civic Coalition, 22 from the Kukiz 15 movement, and everyone from the left are for the bill. We are very happy that the bill has passed. When it comes to the future of the United Right, well, it is clear that Jarosław Kaczyński cannot be sure of what is going to happen next.
Jarosław Kaczyński niekoniecznie ma większość w tym parlamencie.
All MPs from the United Poland voted against the bill, which means that the current Minister of Justice and a small part of MPs from the Law and Justice Party may lose their positions. Yesterday, Borys Budka, leader of the Civic Coalition, wanted to put forward a vote of confidence for Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki. According to Budka, early elections would be a great chance for the Civic Coalition to return to power. I'm very happy that the bill was voted through. Agreement Party MPs abstained from voting. Today, Marek Suski said that Zbigniew Ziobro may lose his position as Minister of Justice. The dispute is not about the animal rights bill or the COVID-19 bill. It's about Jarosław Kaczyński's leadership. The dispute is about whether Kaczyński is going to hold his position as leader or retire. The impunity bill is not going to be voted on by the Sejm for now. 15 politicians of the Law and Justice Party have been suspended from the party. According to Radosław Fogiel, deputy spokesperson of the party, this decision was made by Jarosław Kaczyński and is directly related to the politicians' vote on the Five for Animals bill. Among those suspended are Minister of Agriculture Jan Krzysztof Ardanowski and former Minister of Environment Henryk Kowalczyk. This is a topic that has shown that also in this axiological moral layer, so fundamental for politics, there may be a certain difference of views as far as some of our coalition members are concerned. What some of our colleagues have already said today, it is difficult for us to imagine that important public functions, especially those related to the administration of justice, would be performed by people who only have a desire for profit. I am talking about the negatively perceived desire to earn money and the suffering of animals. As for the ministerial positions, Minister Ardanowski, together with several other members of the Law and Justice Party, was suspended today at the request of the chairman of the Law and Justice Party. Their further fate will be decided by the political committee. The president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, announced the closure of the borders with Poland and Lithuania, as well as strengthening the border with Ukraine. Lukashenko accused politicians from these 3 countries of trying to start a war. Let me be honest, we do not know what they're going to pull off next. We understand that they do not have many tricks in their arsenal left before starting an actual war. We are forced to withdraw the troops from the streets, put half of the army on standby, and close the state border from the west, primarily with Lithuania and Poland. We are forced to strengthen the state border, unfortunately with our fraternal Ukraine. We have held the election according to the constitution and laws of our country. We do not need any recognition. The election that took place was legal.
По Конституции и законам нашей страны мы не нуждаемся ни в каком признании. Выборы состоялись, и они законны.
Police were searching forests and fields on Lesbos on Friday as part of an operation to bring thousands of migrants left homeless from a campfire to a new facility. The police operation, which began on Thursday, included teams of dozens of police officers, including several female officers, and, according to police, took place without incident. The old camp, named Moria, was burnt down by migrants hoping to force the authorities to move them to the mainland. When the Moria camp burned down last week, migrants moved to parking lots, fields and forests to find shelter, setting up camping tents or building shelters from branches, blankets and cardboard, and whatever other items they could find. Migrants living in a forest of olive trees have cut down a large number of the prized trees, as well as littered extensively in the surrounding area. They are now waiting for police to escort them to the new camp. A government official said on Friday some 6,000 people had now entered the new tent camp. Left-wing politicians from the European Parliament have shown up at the scene to virtue signal.
This is not a Greek problem, this is a European problem. And what happened in Moria is a shame for all of us. So we are here also not only to call the attention to the situation that these people are living, but also to say this cannot be a solution. We have to find a common solution. We have to find a solution which enables the relocation of people across European countries.
Malin Björk, an MEP representing the Swedish left-wing party, which up until 1989 openly called themselves the left-wing Communist Party, argues that Europe needs a new joint migration policy, which will allow the migrants to live in better conditions.
This whole situation makes it so obvious that the future of European migration policies cannot be built on the camp system. We don't have to have it like this. This is not worthy Europe in 2020.
Meanwhile, the coronavirus has started to spread in the new camp. National Public Health Association officials state that the number of positive coronavirus cases had reached 156 on Friday. That's all for tonight. Now on to Poland Daily Business with Aleksander Wierzejski and his guest. Good night.